Hi, my Vice Astrology tribe, Cosmic Insight Astrology. I am your co-pilot, Christina. Today, I'm here to talk about the new moon in Cancer. And actually, it's going to take place at 7 degrees 23 minutes in Cancer. So let's talk about what is this new moon about. If you know my work and if you listened me previously, you also know the new moon, the lunation. When a new moon happens in our life, that's always a new beginning. A full moon is always when we complete something, and new moon always a new beginning. So new moon is when actually the sun and the moon conjunct together, dancing together in heaven, meet again. The mother moon and the father sun is meeting and merging together in heaven. So it's gonna happen at 7 degrees, 23 minutes in Cancer. So the moon is ruled by Cancer, and it rules the 4th house in astrology, which is actually associated with family, with endings, with funerals, with the roots where we belong from. So this new moon, actually, the 7th degree, it is a Cancerian degree because that is the first decan. So that's a Cancer decan. And actually, it is in a Virgo dwaft. So which means like we are capable to overcome our daily routine or get rid of some kind of annoying, dogmatic ideas and daily routines, right? This new moon over here, it's going to conjunct with Black Moon Lilith. Black Moon Lilith, it's going to be in 8 degrees. Black Moon Lilith, not the asteroid, the mathematical point of Black Moon Lilith actually is, she was the wife of Adam's, the first wife, but she was not an obedient wife. So she got expelled from heaven. And because of that, she didn't obey Adam, and Adam had to ask for a different wife from the gods. She got punished, and the punishment was like they ate her children and killed her children. So Black Moon Lilith became evil. You know, she has no shame and she has no regrets, but she is responsible for abortion and she is responsible for stillborn babies. And if you're going to check this chart right now, and because of the new moon is happening in Cancer, which is actually responsible for our home environment or real estate and our family and family roots. So some of you might going to deal with some kind of abortion rules. And why? Here. This kind of full moon, which is conjuncting Black Moon Lilith, going to square with Jupiter, and Jupiter representing in astrology law and order. And it's also representing higher education and spiritual beliefs as well, and representing religion in our life as well. But look, this is the whole new moon is shaped like a ball over here. And what does it mean in astrology when some aspect is, so it has a pattern like a ball. It's representing like we are putting all our concerns, all our intention in one basket. So we are really focusing in one project or one subject, and this subject has to be something around, for example, finding out your roots, where you are coming from if you were adopted, or finding out, you know, some connection with mother figure, or it could be because it's conjunct with Black Moon Lilith and squaring Jupiter. It could be like, and Jupiter is in Aries, which is the rebel and which is the warrior. So we mothers going to become warriors for our women and female rights, for example, fighting against the law, because and for our female rights, so that definitely can represent the abortion laws. And it also could be like, for example, you might in your personal life have some kind of situation where you have to fight for your children or for your family with law. So you have to go to court to fight for your children, for example. Okay, what else can I say about that? All right, so this moon actually is out of bound. What does it mean out of bound when the moon is going to be out of bound? So that is the moon declination exceeds actually 23 degrees, 28 minutes. That's when the moon is out of bound. So when the moon is out of bound, that is the mother, the female, the emotion in our life, wants to run away from the sun, wants to be not gravitated toward to the sun, the father figure, the law, the boss in our life, for example. So it wants to escape. And quite frankly, we're going to question the norm in this during this new moon, and we're going to question like what the hell is going on with our family, with our roots, and you know, the way we relate from families, the way we relate from children or motherhood or femininity. So we're going to question that. And because of its squaring with Jupiter, that is definitely a drastic measure. We would like to protect our family or children and making sure our family and children are safe and against, for example, law. And it could be anything, you know, like a law, a different new kind of law with higher education or education in our children's life. Maybe it's a lot of testing that we're going to actually protest against. Maybe it is the abortion law. Maybe it is like just the way fighting for femininity here. And what else is going to happen here? So this one is going to, let me see. Well, here is a semi-sextile with Venus, and Venus is 7 degrees, 16 minutes. So it's just a few minutes away. Okay, semi-sextile. So it could give also a motherhood, concentrate on love and motherhood kind of flavor to this new moon. And what else is gonna happen? Let me see what's gonna happen with I wanted to check Vesta. Yes. Here is Vesta. Okay, so with Vesta, actually, it is just a degree apart. It's going to trine. And trine is a very positive aspect in astrology. And here, the other thing is Hygeia. It's also going to trine with Hygeia, and it's 4 degrees apart, but it's still considering to be a trine here. Let's see what's going to happen there. So Vesta is the eternal flame, right, in astrology, and it is actually in Pisces, so it has a spiritual meaning, a spiritual background. And it is also because of Pisces is a higher octave of love, the highest octave of love. And Vesta, the eternal flame, is helping us because it's trying to be considerate or feminine side and to fight and stand up for our rights. So definitely like keep the flame and go and represent something what is or truly desires or represent something what we are fighting for and helping us to keep the flame inside. And then Hygeia, listen, look at this over here. So it is also in Hygeia in Scorpio, so it's going to trine with this black moon Lilith and the new moon 4 degrees apart. So Hygeia, it actually keeps the balance in our life. So Hygeia is the asteroids where we are capable to balance out the mind and the spirit. And because of that, it is also Hygeia is representing also, you know, medical field as well, especially in Scorpio, because Scorpio rules the 8th house, and 8th house is all the taboos. For example, in this case with motherhood, it could be like something with abortion, something with rape, something with sexuality, and you know, like losing your rights, for example, because Scorpio is ruled by Mars and Pluto, and it could be really evil at some point. And Hygeia over here wants to balance all that kind of energy, and because it's trining with this new moon, and because Black Moon Lilith is responsible for the stillborn and abortion, it's definitely something around the way we can support ourselves and stand up and become a warrior. And you know, like that's the ball shape is definitely not going to keep your actually it's going to help you to keep your attention in one matter. That's what it means in this case. And you know, like what I said here, Hygeia is the asteroid which is keeps the balance between the flora and the fauna, so the body and mind. So Scorpio could be very obsessive, and you know, like Hygeia over here, it's like something about mental health, women's mental health, or giving some kind of support for women who are being raped, for example, because right, it's trining with Black Moon Lilith and the new moon. So or giving protection for people who wants to have abortion, or you know, who women who had stillborn. So it's more, it could be like focusing and creating groups where women lose their children, they were stillborn, and then a lot more group going to support group going to come up, because quite frankly Scorpio also the psychology, so it's more psychological, psychology group can come up, supporting group can come up in this matter in our life. So, and what else I wanted to tell about this situation. So yes, it's trining Vesta and Hygeia conjunct Black Moon Lilith. We were talking about that, and Jupiter, the law and the higher education. So definitely it's the question about questioning the law and actually striking against the law and protecting our feminine rights and our children and families and the roots. It's also the out of bound. When the moon is out of bound, it's some kind of escapism as well. And it could be like, because of Jupiter in Aries, could be really impulsive. Black Moon Lilith over here, it could represent like, and in Cancer, very emotional, very watery. It could create some kind of alcohol problem issues. So it could be like, okay, don't drink and drive, for example, because you can come, you will have to go to court. That situation could come up as well. Or don't, for example, because Jupiter in Aries, the impulsiveness over here, like your values are becoming different. And if you say your values, you might going to have some conflict actually with a feminist group or human, you know, like females' rights group. So that's mostly for men over here, I would say. So be careful with those kind of situations. All right, so I think that's what I wanted to tell about this new moon. But the main concern of mine is you know, like standing up for our families, our roots, finding our adopting parents, getting some kind of conflict maybe with the mother figure, because the mother figure could be like the matriarch in the family, and you know, like we're going to rebel against because of, for example, or mother-in-law, you know, you have a child and they want to tell you or to raise that child and you have enough and you're going to go against that kind of their rules. So when the moon is out of bound, that is definitely, there is like an escapism from the female, from the male energy. The moon out of bound, as I said before, wants to run away from the sun, and the sun representing, it's a male energy, and it's like, no, I have to fight for this. I have to fight against men, maybe, or my husband, or some kind of situation like that as well. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this new moon podcast. And if you did so, don't forget to check out my website, please, which is www.urbanwitch.org. And see you next time. Bye.